Hey heisters, Almir here, back with another...
Yeah, I know. This was a few weeks ago. I'll explain things at the end of the video. Just calm down. Just watch it.
Update for you guys. We have a ton of stuff in the pipe. First off, we're going to talk Payday 2 a bit, and then we're going to talk the big thing going on right now, which is Raid World War II. This weekend, I flew out to Los Angeles to meet up with Ethan and Hila. If you haven't heard already, we are making them into playable characters in Payday 2 because they are such wonderful people and we want to support their cause. And it was a great meeting. Let me tell you all about it. We sat down, we went through the different characters we're making. You know, both of them are going to be playable heisters, which is crazy, and we showed them the cool concepts we've done, the 3D models of their own characters that we won't show you guys now, but we'll definitely show you later, and they were stoked to see them. Of course, they had a lot of feedback, and I think this will make them even more passionate when they go into the voice recording studio, you know, to do the sessions where they go, get the fuck down, and all this cool stuff. And yeah, it's gonna turn out great, I think, and it's gonna be really exciting to see what you guys in the Payday community think about their addition to Payday 2. Moving on to something that I personally think is super exciting, and I know for a fact that a lot of heisters are excited for too. It's of course Raid World War II. Raid World War II is an action-packed, cooperative 4-player shooter set during a time when the Nazi war machine was still winning and hope was in short supply. In the game, you play as one of 4 prisoners of war, Rivet, Sterling, Kurgan and Wolfgang, that the British intelligence have helped escape in order to help them defeat Hitler and the Nazis. The game is basically about this. Go in, steal as much treasury as you can while killing Nazis at the same time, ultimately pissing Hitler off. And with Raid World War II, the developers of the game, Lion have really brought out the big guns. For example, they have brought in none other than John Cleese to portray the character of Control. And if you're a Payday 2 heister, you might know John from before. He actually portrays the butler of the Payday gang, Old Stone. So there might be some connection there, we don't know. You'll have to find out for yourself when you try out the beta. That starts tomorrow, and that's the thing we're gonna talk about today. Before we go into the details of it all, I'd just like to extend our sincere gratitude on behalf of the Overkill crew, Starbreeze, as well as Lion, the developers of the game. Thank you to the Payday community for standing by us through thick and thin, like always. This game, Raid World War II, is your game. This is a game that would not have existed without your support for Payday 2. We created this game together with the Lion because we believe in the co-op genre. We believe you guys deserve another co-op experience, and we think we've made a really good one with them here. To show our appreciation, we would like to extend an invite to everyone in the Payday community, whether or not you own the Payday 2 base game, and a couple of DLCs, or the Ultimate Edition, to join us for the Raid World War II closed beta, starting tomorrow. When you start up Payday 2 tomorrow, you will see that there is an added button on the top of the main menu. If you press this button, you will see a new interface where you get to learn everything that you need to know about Raid World War II. You will find a host of different options available to you. Everything from new side jobs in Payday 2 that lets you try out new World War II weapons, to a pre-order button that lets you pre-order the Raid World War II game, as well as the big button that lets you start the beta itself. So make sure you come back here tomorrow to find out more about the game itself, the special edition of the game and what that entails, as well as if there will be a Payday 2 heister loyalty discount on the game, and so on and so forth. All of this tomorrow, and of course, the thing that all of us have been wondering, what's behind that wall in Payday 2? In the safe house, that is. We'll find out for sure by then. Take it easy, heisters, and make sure you watch to the end of this video, because right now we are going to start the first developer diary of Raid World War II with none other than Lion themselves. Make sure you check it out right now. Take it easy, heisters. Bye.
Before we do that, because I have the video pulled up on Lion channel. Anyways, welcome back to another Payday 2 / now starting Raid videos. Today we're going to be watching trailers, we're going to be looking at stuff, we're going to be talking about stuff for maybe about an hour, I'm going to guess. I don't know how many parts there are going to be of this. I know a lot of people have wanted me to cover Raid, and I'll explain at the end of the video what's been going on. And yeah, Kitty, are you ready? Are you ready, Kitty? Alright, so we're going to rewatch this video. Everyone's going to be like, wait, what? I do this all the time, I'm sorry.
Another update Almir here, back with another
Almir back at it again with updates.
update for you guys. We have a ton of stuff into Los Angeles. And
talking about voice acting
in the game.
Raid,
you play as
not
one of 4 prisoners of war.
Pretty cool. I'm excited.
Thing.
I was so upset, right, when this said August 31st, because this stuff that we'll talk about at the end of the video pretty much affected me of that, because they said September, and I was like, oh, they might come out with the beta. Yeah, on our anniversary, guys. How does that even happen? The cat jumped off and her hair flew into the air into my mouth. Are you kidding me, Harley? Kidding me? You kidding me with this? Okay. Anyways.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, so also beta access for everyone that owns Payday 2. I haven't tried out the beta at all, so don't start complaining like, oh, you should talk about this or talk about that. I had no idea, okay? I have no idea. I've seen videos, I've seen stuff, but not any personal experience. I know a lot of people are pissed off at this game for some odd reason. I don't know why. But yeah, so we're just going to jump into the other thing here. But before we do that, the dev message, we're going to be trying to change it up a bit with this video. We're going to be switching between certain types of videos, between Payday, between Raid, and so on and so forth. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. So let's jump right in. As you can see, I have the update. Oh my god. Windows. I'm so sorry. Windows down here. I'll be trying to download the game later, hopefully. Actually, can I download the game? I kind of want to download the game right now. Here. I'll just start downloading it. I'm at 2.7 gigabytes. I need 6.5. Alright. So let's jump right into here. I doubt we're going to get even farther through this video because they had to cut the original one anyways. Here we go. So yeah, this one's at 4K.
Originally, I was born in a town called U.S.O in Bosnia. And then we had to move to Sweden because we fled from the war.
We actually didn't know where we were going. It split up and then we ended up in Sweden, in Gothenburg.
I studied together with Nicky at a game development school in Sweden. Then I got contacted by one of my community friends from way back.
Look, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. 2000 and 160p is not going to happen. Let's just drop down at 1080 by something. Was it 1080 by... Or no, it's 1920 by 1080. Yeah.
Grin, a company in Stockholm, needed a level designer, so I moved up. Two of the owners that were also brothers, Ulf and Bo, they gathered a gang of misfits. I was one of them, and then we started Overkill. So then we did Payday 1, you know, in the basement. We're not gonna even get monies from publishers, let's just starve for a year, and that's what we did.
I was always sending my work to Overkill to show what I can do, and I would really like to work with my brother especially, and then also with Overkill because I played a lot of Payday 1. And then a random night at 12. Today I call it a magical call because it saved me pretty heavily. I called from my brother Ilya and Bo, where they asked me if I want to join them and help them, and that's basically how I met up with Starbase and how I started.
I think me and Nicky talked a lot, like it would be nice to try something back here. And then a couple of years ago, this strange coincidence happened where we could open up a studio, and it was here in Zagreb, which is, you know, a lot like coming back home. We sat down with Bo and I
told them like, give me 2 months, I'll go down, I'll talk to people and see who's interested, to find a base of 5 to 6 people, get them together, rent a small office, test map or something, just to show them that we can deliver stuff for them.
They wanted to create their own entity, like for a spiritual successor, you know, of Payday 2. So they made a deal with Starbreeze about, you know, moving down to Croatia, create their own gaming company called Lion Game Lion, and just started producing Raid.
We had our first conversation, me and Ilya, and it just flowed, you know. When we got on the phone, we just started talking about the video games industry, what we both wanted to do and achieve. It kind of really bonded instantly almost.
They're always so positive, they're always working really, really hard. It's just so much fun, you know, talking to them about the game and all the visions, you know. We both want so much together.
It made me feel these guys are trying to achieve something bigger. It was that kind of ice-breaking moment.
We got the chance to pitch our own game to Starbreeze, which is a pretty unique thing to get, to pitch in front of the CEO and tell him this is what we want to do. Of course, as me and Ilya always liked World War II, and we had it in our minds for a long time. We sat down and we made a A4 with things we wanted in the game and how it should work. We pitched it to Starbreeze and they were like, fuck yeah.
So good. So, in the video, sorry, I'm so loud. I'm sorry, I'm very excited. So a lot of people have been saying that it's the spiritual successor to Payday 2. I would disagree. Because from what it seems like and what it looks, it seems like the spiritual prequel to Payday the Heist. Which, that makes entirely no sense, but the reason why I say that is because the way it feels and the way they're trying to portray this game feels almost like what they did with Pay the Heist, you know? Because the thing about Pay the Heist is that Pay the Heist was a lot more challenging, was a lot more skill-based. And Payday 2 has none of that now. Like, they're so different now that I can't really compare them I can only compare them by characters and kind of plot lines, but that's about it. Anyways, we're going to be moving on. Here, let's close this. So, a message from Overkill came after this day. And don't worry, we'll go into this stuff soon. So, give me a second here. Actually, you know what? Let's just jump right in. So, Old Stones Heritage, Day 1. This was this was an event that was going on for a while, and it still is. And I have to jump right in to test the guns, and I'll let you guys know once we get the guns and everything, probably down the line. But anyways, let's take a look around this place, shall we? So we can pre-order Raid right now. But you know, we're gonna wait. Not really, because I already pre-ordered it. So Raid World War II weapon pack, Payday 2 WW2 weapon pack. It can be yours to play around with, but we don't want you to hurt yourself. You have to show that you know what you're doing. See if you can slay enough enemies to acquire this magnificent piece of history. So 4 new side jobs are available for those who want a ballistic history lesson. Improve their worth. Go to the weapon pack. Hold on. Before we do that, join the community. I think I already did that. Watch the trailer. Raid beta access. I've already done all this. So, and you guys probably have. So we're just gonna go into here. And I know probably a lot of people have already done this, but I haven't. Look. Push daggers. The push daggers are immediately available to all Payday 2 players. View stats. Damage 30 to 80. Knockdown 30 to 80. Charge time 2 seconds. Range is 150 and concealment is 50. We go over here. Knuckle daggers. Join the Raid World War II group on Steam to unlock the knuckle daggers. Damage 30 to 80. Knockdown 30 to 80. Charge time is 2 seconds. Range is 150 and concealment is 30. So basically the same thing. Only difference is looks. Now we're gonna get into the what people like to call the, let's just say, the main attraction. I can't really say that, but it's basically an M1 rifle. Kill 100 enemies with the MP40 to unlock the M1 rifle and MP40 trophy. Magazine is 8, total ammo is 71, rate of fire is 600, damage is 168, accuracy is 84, stability is 36, concealment is 20, and threat is 31. Now, a lot of people, mainly my friend Seth, has said that this is basically a stealth version of the M308, but thing is that I can't tell, because I could have sworn there was a model back in the day during World War II was basically a rifle, but it was bolt action. That might be the sniper version of the M1. This might actually be the auto kind of rifle, which I'm happy for, but I was a bit confused at first. Next is my least favorite gun, Ruger pistol, as it's properly should be called. Kill 10 enemies with the push daggers to unlock the Ruger pistol and push dagger trophy. View stats. Magazine is 8, total ammo is 56, rate of fire is 361, damage is 189. That is pretty good for a pistol. Basically kind of like a 5.7 so far, it seems. Accuracy is 76, stability is 24, concealment is 29, and threat is 9. Might replace the 5.7 for me. It might. Who knows? And then the crown jewel, the Nazi weapon of choice, the MP40 SMG. Kill 50 enemies with the Ruger pistol to unlock the MP40 and the Ruger pistol trophy. View stats. Magazine is 40, total ammo is 80, rate of fire is 600, damage is 84, accuracy is 68, stability is 44, concealment is 24, and threat is 10. Wow, that is a lot to say. Anyways, let's go into day 2. Oh, hold on, sorry, I forgot. Music. We should probably have music for this. Pretty good music, too. Alright, so now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through this selection here. Armor Workshop. Armor Workshop Payday 2. Being able to snitch together your threads was key if you didn't want to bear your arses during a raid. Is that how that's... Yeah, alright. Nowadays, we focus a bit more on style, and that's why you are now able to design your own armor in our brand new Armor Workshop. Maybe good old Union Jack on your ballistic vest. To show that you like British people, I guess. World War II Mask Pack. Protective helmets were of the utmost importance during the war, and the way they did it back in the 40s is still top-notch quality. All Payday 2 Steam group members can now honor our following gents by using these World War II masks in Payday 2. World War II armor skin safe. They knew how to design a uniform back in the day. Simple and effective design that struck fear in those seeing it. Mainly the Nazis. Damn Nazis. Let's go a bit retro with the armor, shall we? World War II themed armor skin safe is now yours to pry open. Pry, get it? It's like, you know. Okay, screw you.
If you believed his stories, you'd think that my Gramps and his raid gang won the war single-handedly. They couldn't possibly have done all the things he claimed, could they?
Well, I mean, if they're anything like the Payday game, where they have the same stupid name at the end, I see that was one of the things that bugged me was the raid game. I'm like, can we stop calling things gang? Like Payday gang, I'm okay with. You know, you can also call them crew, but I'm like, why don't you just call them like the raid squad, which sounds kind of stupid, but maybe like the raid unit. You know, something that's not gained for the 150th time. But I digress. Moving on, I think is there any more voice lines?
My Gramps' code name in the war was Control. He was in charge of the raid gang, fighters, just like you. Helped free the world, and did rather well out of it too, now that I come to think of it.
John Cleese is amazing. Anyways, excuse me. World War II weapon skin safe. Your weapon... Sorry. Your weapon is one of your closest friends during combat, but as you pile them up in the brackets during lunch, it can be hard to find yours again. So paint jobs might help. World War II themed weapon skin safe is now available. Now let's scroll down and look at stuff. The officer's hat. Look, it's kind of a weird swastika. The officer's hat. This item popped up at an auction in North France during the 1990s. Among the auction goers sat a woman in her 50s. She recognized it, and even though she could not remember the name of the officer who wore it, she paid a hefty sum of it. As a young girl, she visited a square to buy... That's not... Square? Okay. Look, I have problems with words. To buy vegetables when the paratroopers came dropping down. Gunfire, explosions, and screams of fear and pain filled the air. The officer took her to shelter in a government building. He had no reason but kindness to save her. But even as his life was on stake, he risked it to save hers. She was just a young girl, but still recognized that hat. And then that officer died. FYI, I'm sorry, I don't know if you know. The Savior's pilot hat. A pilot in the Royal Air Force went down during World War II, a few miles outside Poland. Considered KIA, he was later found deep in... I can't read that. For some forests where he survived on fish, roots, and animals. He managed to caught? He managed to caught? You mean cat? Alive and well, but madness had sunk his teeth into him. He'd be forced to, I know that word, you know, amputate his left leg, but still managed to survive without infections. A small hut was also found, together with salvaged parts from his aircraft. It was found in 1978. Hey, fun fact, that was when Sheer Heart Attack came out. Or no, not Sheer Heart Attack. I think that was was it Night at the Opera? Or was that Day at the Races? Or was that Jazz? No, Jazz was in the 80s. You know what? Never mind. Next mask. The trophy helmet. In the small village of Pumpstenburg, you can find a small monument. If you read the... I can't. How cute. Covered with moss. Is that plaque? I don't know. But it holds the tale of a young boy as the Germans came marching into Pumpstenburg. He led the residents with bravery and determination. Pumpstenburg was his birthplace, and no one were to destroy it. The Battle of Pumpstenburg never reached the history books. Few even remember how it ended. But the boy managed to steal this souvenir, something to remind him and others that you shall always stand up to oppression. How sad. A proud oh my god. Look, I can't read half of this stuff. This hat was found on a corpse near Lake Mutsitser. That's not. Murtsits. I don't know. What was that? What was that? Thought I heard something. Hold on. Gotta look what time it is. Oh, no, it's almost time to feed the cats. Hold on, cats. In Germany, it was attached with a string around the poor dead soldier's head. There was no other bodies next to an unarmed fellow, and as the origin of the pilot was Russian, it's fair to assume that he stemmed from the same country. Speculations were many, none were true, but the most inspiring story was one about a soldier so proud of the motherland that he tied his to his head before he died. Oh, that's nice. Too bad he's dead. That's dark. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I hopped into Raid just to check out the menu, and hopefully the game works. Fingers crossed. Alright, so we're going to move on to the guns now. Probably should have closed these, but did we close these? Oh, there's no ones. Alright. I can't read that. I'm sorry. This is an MP40 skin. I like the World War II skins because they don't look like crap. Or, okay, let me rephrase that. They don't look like there's something from an anime with, like, just color everywhere. I like something that looks real. That's just personally how I am. So that looks good. That looks alright. Let's see here. Let's see. Uncle Sam's Party, Peacemaker 40. Hold on. Peacemaker .45, the Ruger. They literally call it a Luger. Okay, fine. Little Cougar. Puss 40. Wow. Alright. U.S.O. Commando Jocelyn OU 12 gauge shotgun. Looks nice. Moving on to the uncommon. Bandit burner flamethrower. I don't like that. The Devil's Piano. Buzzsaw 42 LMG. Looks nice. The Drop Buddy. The Pratchett L2A1 gun. This looks like a kid's toy, man. Alright, rare. I like this one. Motherload GSPS 12 gauge shotgun. Looks nice. Freedom Fighter. I kind of like the design somewhat, but I don't know if I'd use it all the time. Epic. Royal Order Chicago Typewriter SMG. Could be a bit better. And then the legendary Big Time Operator Crosskill. I mean, I just gold, so. This pistol, decorated with gold and mother of pearl, may never have seen an actual front line. It was not carried by some lowly private, but rather a decorated general with more paper cuts than battle wounds as he skimmed over maps and surveillance photos. Handed from father to son in long line. Is that haired? I don't know. Of pressed on uniforms and polished brass until it finally found its proper purpose, bringing chaos and carnage. It was found in a collection of treasures and other spoils of war. This pistol finally saw some real action, not in the hands of war heroes at the brink of history, but criminals who can truly appreciate the beauty of a well-crafted firearm. It's alright. I mean, you know, Snake said that, you know, engravings don't give you a bonus on the battlefield, but hey, I could be wrong. Overkill could add a bonus, so who knows? Alright, so let's move down onto here. Did we do day one? I think we did do day one. Yeah, we did. Alright, I think after this one, then we'll go down to another video because we had to hurry up. Armor skins. Russian camo looks nice. German camo, disgusting. British paratrooper looks alright. Sherman tank, Bomber jacket, too much. Navy Admiral. I like the Navy Admiral because it reminds me of Fallout. So Russian camo and the Navy one are probably my favorites. Now, we'll go on to day 3, but we're going to watch a video, so here we go.
Hey heisters and hey raiders, what an exciting day we had yesterday. Just wanted to follow up with everyone in the communities and say, wow, you know, we're overwhelmed, you know, with all the feedback, with everyone playing, enjoying the game. Raid World War 2 as well as Payday 2. We've got a ton of different content in both games. If you haven't checked it out already, make sure you start Payday 2. What you'll find there is that you'll find a new event surrounding the character Oldstone. It's really cool stuff, and if you're into World War II weapons, definitely check that out. Yesterday was a huge day for us at Overkill Starbase as well as Lion Game Lion, of course. We launched the closed beta for Raid World War II, and we've been really happy about all the feedback. Looking forward to talking with the community about it, especially tomorrow during the stream that we'll be co-hosting together with Lion Game Lion. And I'd just like to say thank you to everyone in the Payday community as well as in the Raid community. Thank you so much for all the feedback. We take it seriously and we're looking forward to working with you on making this game better and better every day. Oh yeah, and German heisters as well as raiders, we hear you. We know that you guys are so eager to jump into the beta and that you were disappointed that you were unable to try it out. We are working together with Valve in trying to make sure that you guys get access to the beta as soon as possible. So give us some time, we'll do our best, and our goal is to make sure that you guys can try the game out before it's launched. Stay tuned for more information in our social media channels as well as the Raid World War II community hub on Steam. Last but not least, we are adding another level this weekend so people can try out the Trainwreck level. And this is a really cool level that we showcased for the first time during PAX East earlier this year. People seem to enjoy it a lot then. We hope they do now as well. Also, me and Andreas will be flying down to Croatia, to Zagreb, to join Ilya and his crew during the live stream tomorrow. Really looking forward to that. And last but not least, for sure, this weekend we will be hosting an open beta. So anyone on Steam will be able to participate in Raid World War II. See you on the battlefield.
Bow. Yeah, there's really not much to say here. I don't know why I even played this. Anyways, let's get into the fun stuff. Where it's John Cleese, everybody. Your favorite British guy, or at least my favorite. I don't know about you guys. Is he your favorite? He's my favorite. Let's just jump right into it.
Ah, hello. Allow me to introduce General Reineck, one of Hitler's finest. Now, as you can see, he's dead. Definitely dead, yes. Never mind. He can still be useful, which reminds me, the letter, please. Thank you. Dear Mr. Hitler.
Very soon you're going to be hearing about us. A lot. Therefore, allow me to make a formal introduction. We are the Raid Gang. Men and women drawn from every nation that would stand against you. And we've been given a mission.
We are going to steal every mark and fennec you have.
Kick every goose step and ass we can find.
Make you a nation of widows. And reduce your Reich to ashes.
We can't wait to get started. See you soon. Sincerely, Mrs. White.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Now, make sure that Mr. Hitler gets this message before dawn. Okay, there we are. Excellent. This is going to be fun.
It's still funny after like seeing it like before. So we're gonna run down here. So we got John Cleese here. He's looking pretty happy. Well, it could be better. You know, he looks happy somewhat. He's got a Swedish tie right there. You know, they're talking about Ilya is a Nazi. You know, so we're gonna skip through here. And this looks epic and awesome. But the whole, let me introduce ourselves. We are the Raid Gang. I'm like, no, stop. I hate saying this word, but I'm not gonna say it. I don't. Why do you know, like a group of men and women? There's like 4 guys. There are 5 guys and then you. I don't know. I would rather call them the Raid Unit, but that's just me. But yeah, looking pretty cool. We got, walking, stealth mechanics. I'm going to be playing the British guy and the German guy. Because reasons. Ness will be playing, obviously, the Russian guy. And someone's going to be playing the American guy. When we do co-op, I'll probably be playing more as the German guy. And Seth will be playing the British guy. Even though I like the German and British guy the most. I feel like the American is kind of, how do I put this? His lines are very, bland, I would say, from the footage. He just doesn't, he sounds not interested at anything at all. And I don't know how, but he just doesn't, so. But, yeah. So, game footage, driving mechanics, which I'm excited for. But just look how polished this is. I love it so much. Anyway, so I put a like on here. Yeah, I did. Alright, so now we're going to hop back into here. Sorry about that. In control. Worked close, at least according to the stories. Nothing was ever confirmed, but this bust was important to control, as it was part of Old Stone's heritage. It's not much, but Control wanted Oldstone to have it for some reason. We'll probably find it down the line. Side jobs for masks. New side jobs. Sometimes a little extra work on the side is needed. We are therefore presenting 4 new side jobs, each granting you a Payday 2 mask based on the the raid unit. The 4 new side jobs are 1. The briefcase, 2. The war room, 3. Simul and the herb, and 4. The historical reports. Now, funny enough, I know this. The room in the diamond has actually been updated, so instead of the stupid chivalry pack that nobody really liked, it's now the raid room, where there's like a bunch of World War II and it's absolutely wonderful. I will say that. Anyways, AMA with Ilya and Almir, that was a live stream, so I'm not gonna look. I don't think it's up there, so I can't like re-record it. But sorry. Again, I'll explain everything at the end. Information is key, and as you are working under the radar, you need as much as possible to be able to do your job. On Saturday, the 2nd of September, we are holding an AMA on Twitch with Raid World War II producer Ilya from Lion Game Lion and Almir from Starbreeze Studios. Tune in your sets at 2 p.m. CET. Oh well. And there's just a fedora. I found this hat within the stuff I found shipped to us amongst all of my dear old Gramps gear. Not quite my style, not quite his either, I believe, but I think it might look good on you. Wait. They have fedoras? Yes! Look at that, it's a fedora! Yes! I love fedoras. That running joke that will never die. It's not the one that you people think it is. Not the meme one. It's an inside joke with my friends. Anyways, just look at this too. Have a little trailer here. Nice, nice. We'll visit here in a few seconds too, so don't worry. Anyways, back to day 3. I will get my key later. Anyways, the mask. Sterling's beret. I don't know how to say it properly. It would be lovely to think Sterling earned the beret and badge through hard training and combat. The truth, however, is that he saw how it impressed a couple of young fillies at the officers' club. An invitation to step outside, a few dirty punches, and a knockout Colonel later, and Sterling had his very own red beret. And a couple of fellas smashing. I'm sorry if I butcher half of these. I have a problem with words, okay? Kurgan's gas mask. Kurgan doesn't wear the gas mask to keep the fumes of war out. Wears it to keep his flames of fury in. Betrayed by his own side, Kurgan barely survived an ambush by armored flamers. Inside the mask, there is only the smell of his own, oh god, mutilated flesh. Yeah. A constant reminder to trust no one. Reverend's bandana. Reverend is American, and Americans value tradition. From the office of the president to the lowest scum sucker in the land, tradition matters. So if you're going to stick a gun in a chump's face and demand they hand it over, you better damn well know your history. Like Jesse Jams, like the bullet, you wear a bandana. Okay, look. Wolfgame's cap. This cap may look anormal, okay. Standard issue M43 field cap, and you may think such a humble headgear is an unusual choice for a man as vain as Wolfgang, but this cap holds special meaning for him. It may surprise you that Wolfgang can truly love. Pinned inside is a picture of his beloved, for whom he fights the good fight. Oh. Can love really bloom on the battlefield? And that's it, so I'm gonna click on this and get that later. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go into these other things. So here we go. So let's get right into... Let's just, yeah. Alright.
Ah, hello. Now, I'm Control, so listen carefully, please. The situation is this. Hitler is winning. So, we need drastic measures. And you are those measures. You're the best, most capable killers we can find. Your skills are second to none, you're survivors, and you get the job done. And the job that we need doing is winning this war. Churchill has given us a mission. Attack the Reich any way we can. In short, set Europe ablaze, as it were. Our target, Hitler. That short-ass crowd, his nasty Nazi friends and everything they stand for. We will be merciless. No rules. This isn't a gentleman's war. Blast their trains, blow their bridges, burn the enemy alive. Now, having read your files, I don't expect fellows like you to do this purely out of sense of duty. So if a little Nazi gold happens to go missing, no questions will be asked. History won't remember you, but your deeds will define it. Good luck.
I don't need to see that guy's video. Anyways, yeah. So, a brief kind of little history here. Not too much, but just to give an idea. So, basically, Hitler is winning. And, the Allies, you know, like the British, Canada, the UK, all of them had set up a plan, or at least the UK did, I guess. Set up an operation where Mrs. White, our basically commander-in-chief, I would say, set up Control to make a crew, a unit consisting of the raid gang, and we'll get into their archetypes and their stories and their bios in a bit, but to basically just kill a bunch of Nazis and steal gold at the same time. So, pretty fun, right? And, for the longest time, too, a lot of people are asking, can we kill Hitler? And the game has kind of made it so where we don't really want to kill Hitler right now because he's comedic relief, apparently. So we'll find out more about that in a bit. But anyways, let's get right into the let's jump into this one first. So, Raid World War II website. I'm gonna have to download that picture because the other one is crap. Pre-order bonus! Because you gotta have those. Now, mind everyone, only pre-order a game if you play the game. Don't ever pre-order games when you haven't played the game. So, I'll give credit to Lion Game Line. At least they allow people to play the game, figure out if they want to pre-order it, and then pre-order. Because that's really what I like, because I hate when people are like, don't, give us money so we can finish the game, if you don't know if you're going to like it. So, yeah. Anyways, what do you get with this pre-order bonus? Well, you get a golden M1, rifle. Pretty shiny here, pretty shiny, kind of. Next, you get the Highland Stalker outfit. We'll get into that in a second. And 50 gold bars. And I don't know if I'm guessing gold bars may be a currency, so who knows. Anyways, also, the game. The Nazis are winning, and we needed drastic measures. Raid World War II was an action-packed 4-player cooperative... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Cooperative shooter set during time when the Nazi war machine was still going strong. During the worldwide fight against evil, 4 prisoners of war are freed from a Gestapo jail to take down Hitler and his third the Nazis once and for all, and get rich while doing it. Players choose from 4 different classes with their own highly developed skill tree and war cry, a powerful ability that can be unleashed to buff yourself or the entire team. So, let's get right into it. To Wolfgang. The team. Wolfgang and Sterling. Wolfgang was born in Austria. you know, Germany. But not so far up he ever made money from it. Well, not enough. Anyway, and that's what brought him to the Nazi Party as an SS officer. Wolfgang is highly trained and highly decorated. I can't read that, okay? A veteran of war, but money, that's his big weakness. Sterling is a celebrity son of one of the finer British families. The press label him an adventurer, explorer, and officer. There's no "and" there, but I just put it in there for fun. Let's add some more there. Thief, rascal, and procrastinator. In another world, he might be one of our finest officers. The classes. Do we get to still see the classes? Okay. The team. Rivet. Rivet? I think. The American guy. Rivet is purebred American gangster. It was left looking at a short walk. Looking at a short walk to the electric chair, but somehow he managed to sign up for the Navy Sea Bees. But he was frequently sent to the brig for fighting, gambling, stealing, shooting, and abortion. The Germans caught him up at Kasserine Pass. Sounds perfect for us, I guess. I don't know. And then here's Ness. Where's Ness? There's Ness. Team. Kurgan. If Stalin ever needed a poster boy for the team Crazy Ivan, then Kurgan is the man. Even among a military as fierce as the Red Army, his capacity for violence stands out. A little too much, in fact. During an assault on a German position outside Kirk, his comrades left him to be captured. Seems his actions were putting undue expectations on the unit. So now let's look at the classes. Assault. The classes. Assault. Assault raiders are hard hitters that prefer a straight fight. They are practically skilled with assault rifles, and also trained in the use of SMGs and LMGs. Warcry Berserk. Reduce ammo consumption and heal your team. Health is 100, speed is 54, and stamina is 66. So, we're going to get into some pretty interesting territory when we get into game. Recon. Recon raiders prefer to fight from a distance, providing long-range covering fire. They are practically skilled with sniper rifles, and also trained in the use of SMGs and assault rifles. Warcry Sharpshooter. Gain auto-aim and increase the damage of your team's guns. Health is 80, speed is 59, and stamina is 72. Insurgent. Insurgent raiders are experts in close-range combat and melee. They are practically skilled with SMGs and also trained in the use of shotguns and assault rifles. Warcry. Untouchable. Become much harder to hit. Increase effectiveness as Warcry level increases. Health is 85, speed is 59, and stamina is 60. Demolitions. Demolition raiders like blowing things up or breaking them open. They are practically skilled with shotguns and also trained in the use of assault rifles and LMGs. Sorry if I can't see that very well. I'm using the microphone and it's covering half of the screen, so keep that in mind. Warcry. Ignition. Gain cluster grenades and reduce the damage your team suffers. Health is 90, speed is 57, and stamina is 66. So we got somewhat of a balance, I guess. Who knows? Anyways, let's go down over here. So we got news. We got check out our latest news. And then we got the game. You are those drastic measures. Your contact in the secret intelligence service, Control / John Cleese, will send your team to execute objectives-based raids on iconic locations in war-torn Europe. Play through extended adventure by undertaking operations with new storylines, unique content, and objectives. The risks are greater, but so are the rewards. And there we are. And now, this is pointless. Sorry, I was gonna play this just in case, but hold on, let's see here. Let me go to the store here, and we're just gonna real quick look at the raid. And don't worry, I will get my hat soon. Raid World War II. But we should probably hurry up. So, there we go. So, Raid is coming up on September 26th. The pre-purchase or the pre-order by itself is $39.99, and it is $64.99 if you don't own Payday 2. But if you do, you get significant bonuses, like a 15% discount. Now, I've heard there are other discounts for pre-order, but I can't tell you since I have this. So, if you do own Payday 2, 15% discount on the base game for $33.99. I know that's not how you say it, but I'm tired. And a 25% discount, so $48.74 for the special edition. So what do you get for the special edition, you may ask? Well, let's take a look at that. Alright, so you get 10 exclusive items, a special version of the in-game car Apple Red. I can't read that. Raid World War II base game, a Raid World War II comic available in-game as a PDF, a decorative bomb for the camp, original soundtrack and the melee weapon, marching mace, a special melee weapon, the Admiral's Dagger, 4 exclusive special edition jackets, as you can see here, Raid World War II digital art book, 4 exclusive Raid World War II wallpapers, Payday 2 Ultimate Edition. If you have Payday 2, it will just be updated to Payday 2 Ultimate Edition. And if you join the Steam group, get additional content. By joining the group, you will receive additional content for free. 100 gold bars, 1 in-game jacket for one of the 4 characters, Payday 2 in-game melee weapon, the Knuckle Dagger, and Steam character avatars. And there you go, my throat is done. My gosh, my throat is dying. Alright, so let's hop in game into Payday 2 real quick and try and finish up this video. Alright everybody, welcome back to the Payday 2 segment here. We're going to be trying to try and do this quick. So here's the Raid World War II beta. You can play Raid right here and it'll exit the game so you can start it up. Not available in Germany, as you can see. You can pre-order, you can check out how to unlock this, all cool stuff. Anyways, so what do you get? What do we get? Well, let's go through here and try and figure this out. Sorry, I have a lot of pages I'm gonna have to redo soon. Anyways, so this is the rifle right here. But in order to unlock these weapons and such, you got to basically do side jobs. So the weapons that you will have on hand is pretty much none of these, which actually be in here. This little MP40 right there, and then the pistol right here. So you can see it's going to take me a while to make those videos, so keep in mind. We got the melee weapons here, so I'm pretty sure I have to use one of these. I'm pretty sure it's the push thingies. Yeah. And then if we go through here, we got, let's see, a bunch of stuff that I've already used apparently. Here we go. Let's see, which one do I want to... I'll wear the officer's cap. Why not? Why the heck not? I mean, look at me. Look at Wolf. I'm so happy to wear it. Not really. Anyways, so we're going down to event, and yeah, we're gonna just put this instead. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. My fedora. My fedora. Anyways, I don't know where all the other masks are. Are they in normal? Yeah, they're in normal. As you can see here, maybe. They're pretty much blanked out, so. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much about it for that. Let's go up into crime.net. We're gonna go over to the safe house, but before we do that, actually no, we can't just jump into the safe house. Hopefully nothing crashes. I'm sorry I have to make another cut here. It's because I gotta do something real quick. But
Christmas greetings from old Hoxton. Our safe house.
2 Hoxtons. That's weird. Sorry. I don't quite understand how life works. Can't tell you how happy I am. Let's see, let's get out of here. I need to talk to someone. Not on the phone, but text. Oh my god! Go! Go! A lot of people are gonna be like, you can just cut this. you can cut it. I'm like, well, I could. That is definitely a possibility that I could do. But we're not going to. Oh my gosh. The waiting. The wait. I can't handle it. The wait. Oh, by the way, for all the people that are upset it wasn't the August character, the community heister, I don't know what they're going to be doing with that. So don't ask me questions about that. I don't know what they're going to be doing about that character. So, yeah. Anyways, let's hop right in. What harnickets? I'm currently working right now. Oh my gosh, I think my mods are broken. So, gonna have to fix that soon. Anyways, crap, that means like half of my mods. Do or die? No, that's fine. Half of my mods are broken. So, there used to be a thing here where it's like, was like a package and then like a painting and stuff. Also, look at that. We got little cool pictures. So everything is raid based right now. Pretty cool. If we can stop lagging. Sorry about that. Anyway, so let's look at the new room in here. This is, this is his room. This is Cleese's room. The Butler, Old Stone. Hawkson, the Safe House, Washington, D.C. September 26th. Raid right there. And here we go. Oh my gosh. Is it beautiful in here? Is it just wonderful? A lot of FPS drops because it has a bunch of things in. Also my textures are quite low. Harley, what are you doing? I'm recording a video right now. Stop. Stop. Kitty, I'm recording a video. Recording a video, gosh darn it. You always do this. Alright. So we got a cool little helmet thing here. Or not helmet, statue bust. I don't really know what the point of it is. Maybe down the line. A few medals, the radio, little trophy cabinets here. This was a clock apparently. Took forever to load in. So they also have an old Tommy gun. This is like an original Tommy gun. Hopefully they have this one in, or also called the Thompson, whatever you want to call it. But I hope they have it in the game at some point, because the other one's crap. Also the Pay 2 secret right there. Let's see here, Washington, yeah, they're spray painting stuff. There's his old teacup from the trailer. All armor and stuff, zinger. There's probably something around here.
Coffee, sir?
Look at this. Look at all of this. Isn't this wonderful? Look at it. You can look at John Cleese right there. And, yeah, that's about it. But we're going to be looking at, some stuff, too. But let's go up here because we can look at the side jobs and such. And then, once I can get my mods set up again, I'll be sure to check around that corridor. Oh, those are plants. My bad. Alright, let's go through here. So I heard everything's a bit laggy. So let's go over here. Can I open the thing? Gosh darn it. Right here. So, trophies. A war well fought. Complete the prepare for war side job. They're just like a bunch of side jobs to unlock stuff. I don't think any of them really are, you know, do stuff. Anyway, side jobs. Old Stone's heritage jobs. Knife. This one. Kill 10 enemies using the push dagger's melee weapon. Prepare for war. Kill 50 enemies using the Ruger pistol. Next one is kill 100 enemies using the MP40 submachine gun. The rapid retribution. The controls. 100 tab, I guess. Kill 200 enemies using the M1 rifle. The briefcase. You know, you get that. Briefcase. Finish the day one of the Firestar job after being picked up the hidden brown briefcase. Kill 200 enemies while all players remaining inside the World War II exhibit room on the Diamond Heist on Overkill difficulty or above in one playthrough. The war room. I can't finish day 3 of the framing frame heist in stealth, having stolen the antique bottle of wine. Brilliant. Finish the war documents in safety deposit boxes. Find the documents in the safety deposit boxes. Huh. Wow. Lots of stuff to do now, don't we? Don't we? Alright, so we're gonna hop out of here and then we're gonna check and see if there's anything beyond that door. So be right back.